The Journey of Halima. رحلة الحليمة. Halima مسافرت. Main author and editor Νίκου Καλαϊτζίδη. The Land of the Sun. بلد الشمس. Once upon a time it stopped raining in the land of the sun. The rivers and lakes dried up, and people had no water for their fields. Everyone was very sad and didn't know what to do. A wise man told the leader of the land of the sun that her daughter Halima should travel to the land of rain and ask them to send rain clouds. Halima's mother was terribly saddened by the unfortunate state their land was in, but she did not want to send Halima on such a long and dangerous journey. It was at that very moment that Halima appeared and overheard the wise man's proposal. So she decided to go on this journey and bring back the rain clouds.
You'll see, Mom. I will go on this journey and the rain will return, and then we will all be happy again,
she said, and persuaded her mother to let her go. The wise man gave Halima a lemon, a pouch of salt, and a blank sheet of paper, and told her that these would be of use to her on her journey. Her mother filled her backpack with clothes, food and water for her journey. She gave Halima a big hug, kissed her, and told her that she loved her very, very much. Halima climbed onto her favorite camel and said to her mother,
I'm so excited to be going on that journey. I'll see new countries, I'll make new friends, and I'll bring back the rain.
She waved goodbye to her mother and set off on her journey. Land of the desert. بلد الصحراء. Halima was now in the land of the desert. Along the way, she saw a little girl crying.
Hello, I'm Halima. Why are you crying?
She asked the little girl. I'm Altin. My father sent me away because I told him that I love him as much as I love salt in my food. He thought that meant I didn't love him very much, so he got angry.
Oh, don't be sad, Altin. Your father will soon realize how much you love him, and he will come looking for you,
Halima said. The two young girls had their supper together, and when it got dark, they got into Halima's sleeping bag.
Tomorrow morning, my camel will take you to my mom. Please let her know that I'm all right and that I'm continuing with my journey to the land of rain,
Halima said. Thank you very much, Halima. Tomorrow I'll show you the way to the big city, Altin said and fell asleep. In the morning, Halima gave her friend the camel, said goodbye, and continued with her journey. Halima arrived at the big city of the land of the desert and went straight to its leader to ask for directions to the land of the sea and to get some food and water. The leader showed her the way, but told her that his land had run out of salt and that without it their food was no longer tasty. Halima took the pouch of salt the wise man had given her out of her backpack and handed it to the leader of the land of the desert. So the leader put salt on all the food and invited everyone to eat together. Everyone was happy again, now that their food was tasty once more. But the leader was sad. Now I understand what my daughter Altin meant. She loves me deeply.
I met Altin on my way here. She's very well, and she's now with my mom in the land of the sun,
Halima said. I will go and find her and carry her back in my arms. Thank you very much, Halima. What can I do for you in return? Asked the leader.
I want to go to the land of the sea, but I don't know how to get there,
Halima said. So the leader gave her a boat and an orange life jacket. Halima got onto the boat, said goodbye to the people of the land of the desert, and continued her journey to the land of the sea. The
of the Sea, Balad al-Bahr. Halima fought with the waves that filled her boat for days. When she finally reached the land of the sea, a farmer saw her and ran to wrap her up in a golden blanket. "How did you get here?" he asked.
I'm Halima and I have to get to the land of rain. Could you please show me the way?
She asked. "My name is Elpidophoros. You look very tired and I imagine you are hungry. Come to my house, have something to eat, rest, and then you can go on with your journey," he said. So that is what they did. Unfortunately, Halima had no gift to offer him in return for his hospitality, so she decided to give him the lemon she had with her. "Thank you very much for your gift, Halima," Elpidophoros said. They sat at the table, and Elpidophoros brought out a platter of roast vegetables. Halima took a small portion and gave Elpidophoros the rest, because, she said, she was a guest and should eat less. Elpidophoros shared out the food once more, this time into equal portions, and told her that there is nothing more important than making sure that people who are in need are well fed. When they had finished their dinner, Elpidophoros made the bed in the guest room and Halima went to sleep. The following day, they went to the village square and met Elpidophoros' friends. Halima used a ball to show them some games from back home, and they all played together until it was dark. Halima was very happy and refreshed and ready to continue her journey the following morning. The following day, Elpidophoros prepared a lot of food and water for Halima's journey. After a wonderful breakfast together, Elpidophoros said, "My donkey knows how to get you to the land of the forest. I've prepared plenty of food for you, and you are ready to continue your journey." Halima climbed onto the donkey, said goodbye to Elpidophoros, and set off for the land of the forest.
The land of the forest, Balad al-Ghab.
After 2 days' travel, Halima and the donkey reached the land of the forest. There were so many trees that the donkey could hardly walk through.
I can go on by myself from here. Thank you very much for your help,
said Halima to the little donkey, which gave her a kiss and set off on its way back.
Tell Elpidophoros I'm well and that I love him,
she called out as the donkey drew further away. As she walked through the woods, the trail to the land of rain started to fade, and she no longer knew which way to go. It was getting dark, so she decided to climb up onto a branch and go to sleep. Just as she was about to fall asleep, she heard growling right under the tree branch. She leaned over and saw a strange monster that had a red bucket for a head, plastic bottles for legs, and a black plastic rubbish bag for a body.
Halima quickly realized that the monster was not growling, but crying.
Hi, I'm Halima. Why are you crying?
She asked. The monster responded, "Because everyone is afraid of me. I'm wearing all this rubbish so nobody can see me and get scared."
I'm sure they're not afraid of what you are. They must be afraid of your voice because it's so loud. Instead of hiding who you are, why don't you try talking in a single long voice?
And so the monster started singing in such a wonderful voice that before long all forest animals had gathered around to listen. This was the first time the monster had so many friends, and it was very happy.
I forgot to ask you your name. What is it?
Asked Halima. "I don't have a name," the monster replied.
May I call you Good? It reminds me of all people, because everyone is good even though sometimes it's really hard to tell,
she said, and Good smiled. Halima hugged Good and said,
Every time I look at people, from now on, I will remember you, Good. You are my favorite Good in the whole world.
And Good replied, "And I will remember you, Halima, every time I look at my friends, and I will sing your story all over the land of the forest." Then they all lay down and gazed at the stars until they fell asleep. The following morning, Halima got ready to continue her journey, but she didn't know which way to go. Good told her that he knew the way, but it was confusing and she wouldn't remember it. Halima remembered the blank sheet of paper the wise man had given her, and she gave it to Good. "I made you a map, Halima. The wise man was onto something when he gave you this," Good said.